In this video, we are going to see how to use arrays in VB.NET. We know that an array can hold a collection of values of same type. The variables in an array are called elements. The array has a name and these elements can be accessed using index or subscript. An array can have single, double or multi dimensions. The lower bound of the array of all dimensions starts from 0 and the upper bound can be defined using the code in VB.NET. That is, the elements are ordered sequentially with the first element being at the index 0 and the last element at the index n-1, where n is the total number of elements in the array. The array is a reference type and can be static or dynamic. Then what is static array? A static array holds a fixed number of elements. In VB.NET, arrays are declared using the dim keyword. For example, dim mydata of 5 as integer will create an integer array mydata with size 5. Dim mydata 10 as string will create a string array mydata with 10 locations. We can initialize the arrays at the time of their declaration. For example, dim students as string. Here we declare an array and it is initialized with the values John, Alice, Anthony, Gloria and Jaden. In this way, we can declare and initialize the array using the same statement. And in static array, you must define the number of elements that it will hold during its definition. That is, suppose you need an array to hold only 3 student names, then you can define and initialize the array as follows: dim student of 2 as string. That means we created a student array with 3 locations. The first location we store the value John, the second location we store the value Alice, and the third location we store the value Anthony. This is an example of static array. That means here we specify or we define the number of elements that the array can hold at the declaration statement. That is, here student of 2. That means the string array can hold 3 values. This is static array. That is, once declared, we can't change its size during its execution. Second one is dynamic array. This is an array that can hold any number of elements. The array size can grow at any time. This means that you can add new elements to the array at the time we want. The size of the dynamic array changes during the execution of the code. We should not provide the size of the dynamic array when we declare the array. For example, dim nums as integer. Here we declared an array, dynamic array, nums of type integer. Suppose you now need to add 2 more elements to this array. How to do it? Because here we doesn't specify the size of the array. To store 2 values, we have to resize the array. For that, we are using the keyword redim. What is a redim and preserved keyword in VB.NET? You can use a redim statement to change the size of 1 or more dimensions of an array that has already been declared. If you want to resize an array that is already declared, then you can use a redim keyword. If you have a large array and you no longer need some of its elements, that means you want to delete some locations from the array, in that situation also you can use a redim keyword. The redim statement is intended only for arrays, and remember that you can't change the data type of the array using the redim keyword. Okay, this is an example. Redim nums of 1. In this above example, here we declared an array, integer array. Here we doesn't specify the size of the array. Suppose we want to store 2 values to this nums array, then you have to size this array using the reading keyword as written here. A reading nums of 1 will increase the size of the array nums. At the first location 12 is added, in the second location 23 is added. And now our array has two elements in indexes 0 and 1. Suppose we need to add a third element to it at the index 3, then what would you do? If you redefine the array again using the reading keyword, then it will create a new array, meaning that the old content will be lost. Here you want to add a third element while preserving the two elements it already has. Then in such situations you can use preserve keyword for preserving the old contents. Here the statement reading preserves nums of 2. Here I use reading keyword with the preserve keyword. That means here the nums array is size of the nums array is increased while preserving the old content, and the newly added location value 35 is stored. There are some points to be noted while you are using reading and preserve keyword. Resizing with the preserve. If you use preserve, you can resize only the last dimension of the array. Which means if you are using reading keyword with the preserve, then you can only resize the last dimension of the array. Suppose if you are using a two-dimensional array, if you are using preserve keyword, then you can only resize the second dimension. And the reading initialization without preserve. If you do not specify preserve keyword, reading initializes the elements of the new array by using the default value of the array's data type. Initialization with preserve. If you specify preserve keyword, Visual Basic copies the element from the existing array to the new array. It means that if you want to preserve the old content of the array while resizing, then you should use preserve keyword with the reading keyword. Okay. Here the first statement is used to declare a three-dimensional integer array, and in this second statement here we use reading keyword with the preserve keyword. So this int array, the dimension of the integer array specified here is 10, 10, 20, which means that the 10 more rows are added to the end of each column while preserving the old content. In the third statement, reading preserve int array 10, 10, 15. That is, new array is created and the contents are copied, old contents are copied to the new array, but 3 columns are lost from each row. And the last statement, reading int array 10, 10, 10. Here we doesn't use the preserve keyword, so it will create a new array and its value is initialized to the default value. If it is integer array, so its default value will be 0. This is an example program to print the values of an array to console. Here we declare a string array of size 3. At the 0th index John is stored, at the first index Alice is stored, and third index the value Anthony is stored. And console.writeLine, this statement is used to print a message to console. So this line will print the value at the index 0 to this console. That means it will print the value John, and next statement is used to print the second name is Alice, and next line will print the message like this: the third student is Anthony. And the last this statement, console.read key, is used for pausing the console window waiting or used to take an action to close it. So this is in a console application. While you are creating a console application, you just want to select project template as console application. Okay, this is another example. In this example, we use redeem and preserve keywords, and this statement we declare an array nums, and the nums size is resized with the keyword redeem, and its location 0th location 12 is stored and first location 23 is stored. And next we use a for loop to print the current value of the array. Then we resize the array using resize preserve keyword. That means one more location is added to the array, and the newly added location 35 is stored, and this statement is used to print the current content of the array. So likewise we can use redeem and preserve keyword. So here we use redeem with the preserved keyword. So the old contents are preserved, and the new content is, we can also add new content to the newly added locations. This is all about static and dynamic arrays. Static array holds a fixed number of elements. We cannot change the size of static array during the execution. But in dynamic array, we can change the dynamic array sizes during the execution of the code. And we can change the size of the dynamic array using redeem and preserve keyword. And if you are using resize with the preserve keyword, the Visual Basic copies the elements from the existing array to the new array. If you are not specify the preserve keyword with the redeem keyword, then the redeem initializes the elements of the new array by using the default value of the array's data type. Thank you.